First we discuss the remark related to Cauchy's fundamental theorem. This is a statement of the Cauchy's fundamental theorem. Let D be a simply connected region and let fz be single valued continuously differentiable function, that is f dash z exists and is continuous, then integral over c fz dz is equal to 0 where c is any closed contour in D. Now we are going to drop this condition f dash z here, f dash z exists and is continuous. We are going to drop this condition f dash z is continuous. This is the remark. In the statement of the Cauchy's fundamental theorem, we assumed the continuity of the derivative f dash z. It was Gauss-Sedt who first proved that this condition can be removed from the hypothesis of the theorem. The revised form of the theorem is Cauchy-Gauss-Sedt theorem, which is as follows. Cauchy-Gauss-Sedt theorem. This is a statement of the theorem. Let fz be analytic in a simply connected domain D and let C be any closed contour, any closed continuous rectifiable curve in D. Then integral over C fz dz is equal to 0. Here the statement is fz is analytic, that is it is defined and differentiable but not continuous. So we are dropping the condition that f dash z is continuous from this revised statement, which is called Cauchy's Gauss-Sedt theorem. Fz be analytic in a simply connected domain D and let C be any closed continuous rectifiable curve in D, then integral over C fz dz equal to 0. Before proving this theorem, we proved the following lemma known as Gauss-Sedt lemma. The statement of the Gauss-Sedt's lemma is let fz be analytic within and on a closed contour C. This is a closed contour C in this diagram. Fz be analytic within and on a closed contour C. Then for every epsilon greater than 0, it is always possible to divide the region within C, this region. It is always possible to divide the region within C into a finite number n of squares and partial squares whose boundaries are denoted by Si, I varying from 1 to up to n, such that there exists a point Zi within each Si for which mod fz minus fzi upon z minus zi minus f dash zi is less than epsilon, suppose number 1, holds for each point z different from zi within or on Si I equal to 1, 2, 3 up to n. So this is our closed contour. This is a closed region which has been divided into finite number of squares and partial squares. So this is the square, this is a complete square, and but this is the partial square. Some portion of the region is within this square and the remaining portion of the square is without the region C. So these are the squares and partial squares. Proof of the lemma. We prove the lemma by contradiction. We suppose that the lemma is false. It means then there exists an epsilon greater than 0 such that however we subdivide the region within C, this is the C, however we divide the region within C, there will be at least one mesh, this is the mesh which is in the form of a square or partial square, which we are calling mesh. There will be at least one mesh, either square or partial square, for which one does not hold. This is the one. This expression, this inequality does not hold. We shall show that this leads to a contradiction. So this is the diagram of the region which has been divided into finite number of squares and partial squares. This is the region C bounded by the curve C, and which has been divided into squares and partial squares, and we are going to prove this theorem by contradiction. And supposing that the lemma is false, it means that there exists an epsilon greater than 0 such that however we subdivide the region within C, there will be at least one mesh for which one will not hold. And supposing this, we are going to prove the contradiction. Okay, we shall continue this theorem, this lemma, in the next lecture.